Hey everyone, I've seen a lot of posts on Reddit lately about how to reduce grain to glass time or how to shorten up a brew day, so I figured I would go and show you some of my techniques. I really hope you enjoy and feel free to comment or like. So for this brew day I decided to throw together a Märzen recipe, a little bit of Munich, Vienna, Pilsner, the usual. If you're interested in knowing more about the recipe, feel free to head down in the description and I'll post a link. Decided to go ahead and get my grain all milled up and then acidify my strike water with some calcium chloride, gypsum, and Campton tablets to get rid of any chlorine. And as always, I made sure to calibrate my thermometer. Went ahead and mashed in at about 165 degrees to make sure it was a nice dry Oktoberfest. I don't like it when they're too sweet, and so I decided to mash low. Let your grain rest for a little bit and then go ahead and measure out your lactic acid. For this quick mash technique, I use about a cup. Now go ahead and head over to your keezer and get your CO2 tank ready. You're going to want to pop off any ball lock or pin lock connections you have and then attach them directly to your ball valve like this. Now go ahead and crank up that CO2 tank and get started making some of that carbonic acid. Adding CO2 will reduce the pH of the mash and make those enzymes even more functional. Now here I just added a little bit of Fermex for the yeast later on, and then decided to add in the rest of my sparge water on top of the mash. Now a key ingredient that I find most people miss is actually chili powder. Just go and add in, a few dashes directly into the mash, and it'll really get it started for you. Now just go ahead and pitch in some room temperature yeast. This happens to be a reused yeast cake of White Labs 838s. It's a really good strain. Now make sure you get it all mixed up, and then here I decided to add some Biofine, just to make the beer a little bit clearer and so that we don't have to lager quite as long. Just go and chuck it in there. I used about a quarter cup. Now go ahead and let it cool down overnight so it can lager for about 12 hours. And I pulled this sample the next morning and it came out beautifully carbonated, perfectly clear, and it smells fantastic, let me tell you. Alright then, so just to clarify, that was a joke. Don't ever mash like that, please, for the love of God. The chili powder that I had to add in along with the yeast cake, that was actual yeast, that was actual chili powder, that was an actual mash. It was disgusting. Don't ever try it. It made me gag. I really wanted to throw up. But other than that, I just want to share with you that I'm drinking a cream ale. The recipe's by user Big Juicy K on Reddit. It's a fantastic recipe, and if you guys are thinking about doing a cream ale, I really recommend checking it out. This is the one that I used, or I borrowed the recipe for my Encyclopedia Britannica on cream ale, so I'll go and link to that down in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.